Oh, get a load of this, Cubs fans. This has a fantastic ring to it. Back-to-back years with season series wins versus those Los Angeles Dodgers and the Cubs. They did it with a lot of style, flash, and pizzazz. They've rattled off W's in the last 4 versus those defending World Series champions. And today, well, PCA taking a page from Kyle Tucker's book. He was a one-man gang yesterday, and Pete following suit today. An absolute beast, and everyone else, they're chipping in. A complete group effort once again, and that's part of the reason why the Cubs were able to win back-to-backs and complete their first series sweep at Wrigley Field, 7-6. This one was touch and go, and yeah, the fans, they love number 4, and number 4, he loves them as well. We're going to see a whole lot more of this as the summer continues to unfold, breaking out the brooms. Are you doing this? Oh, we hope so. A little late night house cleaning. Hey, Cubs, did you get out the whisk broom for a 2-game sweep? Yeah, 2 games, 1 game, 4 games, 6 games. It doesn't matter. A sweep is a sweep. No doubt about it. With that said, our brooms have already been broken out right here on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. I'm Cole Wright. There's Cliff Floyd. He played 17 years in the big leagues, and that's part of the reason why he's able to lend his knowledge. And Cliff, lend some knowledge on the fact that the Cubs, they weathered the storm today. They came through and they got the win. The sweep of the Dodgers, no easy task.
No, never easy task with these guys. And I think the big thing for me is Matthew Boyd, he just grinded.
Quality
right?
Again?
He grinded the whole game, gave up some big homers after his boys, scored a few runs. And, that's what you have to do, especially against really good teams. You have to grind. He made some pitches when he needed to before he exited the game. But on the flip, it's PCA, man.
Come on.
Excuse me. And
you okay?
I know I've been on the weather a little bit, but when you think about this dude and all the things he's doing, it's the little things he's doing right. Now, I talked about this in pregame. We're gonna get to it, but that ball is down. We talk about nitro zone. He came into this game hitting 208 against lefties. I mean, his ability to get on base, he's gonna steal a bag. It's just about win. And all the things that you want to do as far as just getting to that A swing, getting off, some of the things we saw him do early in the season, back-to-back 3-hit games. I mean, just look at all the little things that's starting to become big things, as you said earlier in the show, for Miko. And it's just fun to watch him do his thing and become the star that everybody in Chicago has been waiting for him to do. Yeah. It's really special.
Over the last 2 games, and no big deal. A .667 batting average. My man went 6 for 9 in the series. A pair of steals, a home run. Today he had a pair of base hits, 4 steaks, and PCA doing PCA. PCA haters, they're feeling a little down in the dumps right now. But everybody that loves PCA, well, Cubs fans, you know what time it is. Here he is catching up with Elise.
Pete, this is the toughest stretch in the schedule right now. You guys just took the season series against the Dodgers. What is sticking out to you during this path?
It's definitely been a tough start to the year in terms of the schedule. The Dodgers are a really good team. You've seen that in just about every game that we have played against them. But the way this offense is being resilient, the way the bullpen's coming and doing their work, and just collectively, this team works really hard behind the scenes, and you see what happens on the field because of that.
Let's talk about that offense. You're a big part of it. Your home run, what sticks out to me is that 2-0 count. You're waiting for that pitch you can drive, but take me through your at-bat and what you like.
Nico Dansby and I all kind of talked about it. Noah Davis has got good stuff, and he's kind of got a quick arm action, and it snuck up on a couple of us for, a pitch or two. And once I got my timing down, then I was just looking for the sinker, and I got it, thankfully. So, Carson and I were talking about we're just trying to put ourselves in the best position to execute and then execute. So you're seeing a whole lot of that from this team.
The bullpen is executing. What stood out to you? The way Boyd finished against Ohtani, Porter Hodge closing it out. You got Palencia and Merriweather in there too.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's amazing, fun, beautiful baseball when all this stuff's interconnected. When everybody's kind of playing a part in how we're doing as a whole, and that's about as fun as it gets. And I'm so grateful to be a part of it.
Crowd fun too, huh?
Oh yeah, big time. Wrigley's rocking for sure.
Pete, thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's a safe assumption that the game is starting to slow down, leaps and bounds for number 4. Pete Crow Armstrong seeing that baseball like an absolute beach ball as across his home plate. You see his numbers today. He was an absolute dog, and his numbers over the last 2 games, really good. The last 9 games, however, is a batting average just a little south of 500, Cliff? Is that good over a 9-game sample size? 1570 OPS? The game really is slowing down.
It's slowing down, and the one thing I love about what he always says that's just lets you know he's beyond his years. He's like, you know what, 2-0, I'm just trying to get my timing. Like he knows ahead of time, what he's trying to do. He was really early in that at bat when he got to 2-0, which is when for me, it makes me just understand, he understands the game. He understands what's at stake. His takes are even getting better, right? This is what he was swinging at early on, right? He just missed that in the first at bat. Just missed it. Got in it just a little bit. He was like, okay, that's not the swing. His second at bat, little sink piece off the plate. This is where he's early. Look where he's at, Cole. He could have did anything he wanted to with that pitch. He could have pulled it. Yes. He could have went to center field, but he stays inside it so well in his third at bat. Right, that to me was a check swing, but you know what? He comes right back and gets himself into that bat. A little spinner, but he stays on top of it and doesn't try to pull it. And then fourth at bat, just a nice piece of hitting, waiting on the sinker down the zone. That's what's getting better. He's standing on his backside, and then when he gets on the base pass, you said it yesterday, his speed kills. Right, even when you paying attention, you'll yank a pitch just based on him trying to steal third base or you're trying to hold him on, But everything is just slowing down. And when it slows down, you can see the game just a little bit differently. And so just all I can say is sit back and enjoy the ride for the summer because I think it's going to be special for this kid.
Absolutely. And the catalyst for the game slowing down for him, it's really him just being able to stayed locked into that backside. It's almost as if he's come down just a little bit. He's made sure that leg is flexed, and that is when he uncoils on pitches.
Yeah, the biggest thing when you're talking about staying on the backside, look how important it is. Because what it is, it eliminates all the extra movement. Now I don't have to get ready. I'm ready. So instead of gliding forward, look where his hands are.
Ready to hit.
So when your hands are down, you might have to take this over. when his hands are down, I'm getting so excited that it just allows him to see the baseball and just drop down into the zone. So when I always talk about A swing, this is the A swing you're looking for, right? I mean, that's just picture perfect. That is poster child type stuff, man. You can sort of hang down your wall if you kids out there, just to understand how special it is to be in this position, to be ready on time, consistently. And I think he can bottle this up. I think he can keep this going for a long time because now he's in a rhythm. We always talk about pitchers getting in rhythm. He's got the rhythm.
He can let that front foot hover too, can he?
Well, he can let it hover. He can do what he wants to do because now he has more time. He's giving himself more time to sort of get to the baseball, and you're free. When I'm free, then I can take pitches. Now I'm not chasing. So we talked about his slug last year. Last year's slug was around 525, 550 in the middle of the plate, meaning that center cut fastballs, he was around 550 slug. And you're going, well, he should be. No, how about this year? He's 1,300. That's the difference.
Okay.
So
that's a big difference.
And then you expand the center cut. So when I say strike zone, center cut, this is exactly where you want the baseball. Now he's not missing his pitch, right? So that ball is down away from center, from the center of the plate, which allows him to now say, hey, you know what? I'm so good that it don't have to be down the middle, but I'm ready to hack because I know the pitch that's coming and I have to be on time. And so that's the difference for me. And look, it's not easy. But when you talk about center cut fastballs, if you're going to have longevity in the sport, you have to hit that pitch. And that's what he's doing more and more than we've seen in a long time. And it has to start somewhere. I don't care he hit a buck in March. Doesn't matter. What I care about is how do you make that adjustment and put yourself in a position where now you're here forever. Like there's no more talk about anything other than are you moving up in the lineup at some point. I don't know. I'll leave it alone. It ain't broke. But what you like about where his adjustments come from is the fact that he's prepared. He knows what he wants to do on deck circle, and he's having fun. That's the three catalysts of a youngster having longevity and being a star in this game.
Yeah, the only bus rides he'll be taking is if he makes a trip down the highway to the Botanic Gardens, and it's one of those open-air bus rides where he's able to take in all the sights and sounds. Had to be a PCA calling game with the final out in Dodger sweep. Series MVP, 6 for 9, 7 stakes, 3 runs, stolen bases, all around the yard. Hit PCA is a superstar.
He
No doubt about it. And if anyone knows that, it's his skipper. Here's Craig with more on Mr. Crow Armstrong.
Yeah, I mean, he had a heck of a game tonight. And it's what special players are capable of, like impacting all areas of the game. Swinging the bat, power, base running, defense. It was a wonderful game, and he made his presence felt in a big way for sure.
That home run was dominant, and he takes it the other way. And you talked about the changeup over the weekend, but what did you think of that home run?
Same. Very similar, better result.
Running catch on Tommy Edmonds' low liner. Just what's it like to see him make really difficult plays look so easy?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the things that great defenders. I think Dansby does this a lot. Nico does it. I think Nico did it in the 8th inning on the first play with Merriweather. They make these plays somehow look fairly routine, but the fact you pointed out, that's what great defenders do, and that's why having them on the field is so valuable. And I think up the middle, we got 3 of them.
You had your starter Voigt basically get his own save. You talked about that 6th inning. That seemed to be kind of like the ball game there.
Yeah, I mean, that was an interesting one. I mean, that was obviously it's Ohtani, and it's one of the best hitters in the world, and there's a base open, and we got somebody in the bullpen, but they got a pretty good hitter behind him. And so we were, it was a situation where we're thinking kind of expand the zone. And I thought, that's the thing. You trust your pitcher, you trust your veteran pitcher to understand the situation. And I thought he did a nice job of it. He did a nice job on Ohtani all night. We did a nice job against Ohtani in the seven games we played him. And he executed some pitches and got a big out.
One season series with the Dodgers, Diamondbacks, with the Padres. I know you just got to play the schedule as it's laid out, but how important is that to kind of start this way?
It's something that we failed to do last year with the teams in contention. We failed to win season series against nearly all of them. So it's, you don't know if it's going to matter. It's April and we've got 130 games left on the schedule. But it's a swing when you get down to it, and at the end it could matter. So, it's that, and it's a sign you're playing good baseball against very good teams.
There's something up with Presley, or you just?
Yeah. So Ryan has been having some knee issues. I'm sorry, I don't know the knee again. It's the right and left's. It's my kryptonite. But so we had the knee drained on last night. Hopefully, it's available on Friday. Yeah, Seiya he re-aggravated the wrist last night. We've banned the head first slide for Seiya. And kind of he's day-to-day again, unfortunately.
Just the amount of traffic that you guys create and the mindset of the other team, having to worry about hitters and runners all at the same time. What kind of difference does that make for your club?
Yeah, I mean, it's what we're trying to do. You sit there and you're frustrated. Maybe we didn't capitalize on some opportunities, but at the same time, there's 7 runs on the board, and the other team's trying to get you out and trying to do their job too. But you do that, and you're going to create offense. And we're going to continue to push it and continue to try to do it. It's an effective formula for us. We have players that are with skill sets that can do it, that can execute it. And it's going to be part of our offense. And we'll continue to do it when we have good opportunities.
To see Palencia and Merriweather and then Hodge close it out like that against this team.
Yeah, I mean, all 3 did wonderful, wonderful jobs. All 3 tough matchups, which the Dodgers provide consistently. But they were in the zone. That's number one. Just consistently in the zone, and well done. Job well done by all three of them. Tests? Did you say? No. We're he just kind of. He's got a sprained wrist, essentially. He just re-aggravated it last night. Right now, no plans for that. We'll see how he feels Friday.
Paging Dr. Counsel, giving us a whole lot of health updates right there. But you see the Cubs versus the defending World Series champions. They played very healthy as of late. A 2-0 win versus the Dodgers in that season series at Wrigley Field. Since 2015, they've been able to put the pedal down, and that's what Cubs fans absolutely love right now. And unfortunately, apparently, Cubs fans love our guy Cliff Floyd too. What's the Cubs record when Cliff does pre and post game? Got to be 650 or better. Maybe we'll have our Christopher Antonacci do some research and see what Cliff's record is.
Hey, Joe, I'll be out of here for about 5 days, so we'll see, big dog.